how to know if it is the IRS contacting you in order for you to avoid being scammed. Welcome back, everyone. So happy to have you back for another update. You can find this information on irs.gov. That is where I'm sharing it from. Make sure you are watching for all of the steps to make sure you know exactly if the IRS is contacting you and how they contact taxpayers. All right, understanding how the IRS contact taxpayers in order to avoid scams. Let's go ahead and begin with the IRS does not send text messages, including shortened links asking you, the taxpayer, to verify personal information. The IRS does not initiate contact with taxpayers by email to request personal or financial information. The IRS initiates most contacts through regular mail. Taxpayers will generally first receive several letters from the IRS in the mail before receiving a phone call. However, there are circumstances when the IRS will call, including when a taxpayer has an overdue bill. That's not surprising. If you owe the IRS, they want their money. It states here they also will call if you have a delinquent or unfiled tax return or has not made an employment tax deposit. So if you owe the IRS, they will be calling you. The IRS does not leave pre-recorded messages, it states, or urgent or threatening voice messages. Additionally, the IRS and its authorized private collection agencies will never call to demand immediate payment using a specific payment method such as a prepaid debit card or gift card. The IRS does not use those methods for tax payments. The IRS will not threaten to immediately bring in local police or other law enforcement groups to have you, the taxpayer, arrested for not paying. That is good to know. They will not demand that taxes be paid without giving you the opportunity to question or appeal the amount owed, and they will not ask for credit or debit card numbers over the phone. As far as in-person visits, what you need to know, it states that the IRS revenue officers generally make unannounced visits to a taxpayer's home or place of business to discuss taxes owed or tax returns due. It states keep in mind that this is important for you to know. Taxpayers would have first been notified by mail of their balance due or missing return. A limited exception to this, it states, involves revenue officers' contacts while working on a small number of alert cases designed to help businesses from falling behind on withheld employment taxes before a balance due notice is created or mailed. So those are the circumstances where they may show up without sending you a notice prior. Revenue officers are IRS civil enforcement employees, it states, whose role involves education, investigation, and when necessary, appropriate enforcement steps to collect a tax debt. A revenue officer will help a taxpayer understand your tax obligation as well as the consequences for not meeting those obligations. When visited by someone from the IRS, it states that you, the taxpayer, should always ask for credentials and identification. IRS representatives can always provide two forms of official credentials: the IRS issued credentials, also called a pocket commission, HSPD/12 card. The HSPD -12 card is a government-wide standard form of identification for federal employees. If a taxpayer receives unsolicited text that appears to be from either the IRS or a program closely linked to the IRS, you should take a screenshot of that text message and include the screenshot in an email and send it to phishing@irs.gov with the following information: the date, the time, time zone that you received the text message, phone number that you received the text message from, and it states the IRS reminds everyone not to click on any links or open any attachments that's suspicious, unexpected text messages from the IRS, state agencies, or others in the tax community. All right, so make sure you are watching out for these signs, red flags, in order not to be scammed. All right, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.